let us switch gears and talk about a system that is crucial for keeping our air clean and your engine running cool. I am talking about the exhaust gas recirculation system, or EGR for short. Specifically, we are looking at the trouble code P041A, which stands for Exhaust Gas Recirculation Temperature Sensor B circuit. Back in the 1970s, cars were pretty wasteful, spewing unburned fuel right out of the tailpipe. But today, we have systems like the EGR to recycle some of that exhaust gas back into the engine intake. It sounds counterintuitive to feed exhaust back into the engine, but it actually lowers the combustion temperature, which reduces harmful nitrogen oxide emission. To keep tabs on this process, your car uses an EGR temperature sensor. It is basically a thermometer that tells the engine computer, the ECM, how hot the gas is inside the EGR system. This helps the computer verify that flow is actually happening. If the EGR valve opens, but the temperature sensor does not see a rise in heat, the computer knows something is blocked or not working. The code P041A specifically tells us there is a malfunction in the B circuit of this sensor. You'll need to check your specific repair manual to know which sensor is designated as B on your engine. Now, this usually is not a code that will leave you stranded on the side of the road, but it's not something to ignore. You might hear your engine pinging or knocking, especially under load. That is the sound of fuel detonating too early because the combustion chambers are getting too hot without that EGR flow to cool them down. You might also notice a louder exhaust or even smell raw exhaust fumes inside the cabin, which is definitely not good for your health. Fixing this often starts with a visual inspection. Since these sensors are bolted directly into the exhaust system, they deal with extreme heat cycles. This can cook the plastic connectors and make the wiring brittle. I've seen wires that look fine but crumble to dust as soon as you touch them. If the wiring looks good, the problem might be soot. Carbon buildup is the enemy of the EGR system. Over time, that black soot can coat the sensor and insulate it, making it read incorrectly, or it can clog the passages completely. A lot of times, you can remove the sensor and clean it, but here's a warning from experience. These sensors love to seize in place. They've been heat cycled thousands of times. If you just grab a wrench and crank on it, you might snap the sensor off flush with the manifold, and then you're in for a very bad day involving drills and thread extractors. The pro move is to soak it in penetrating oil, and maybe even use a torch to heat the surrounding metal, not the sensor itself, to expand the metal slightly before trying to loosen it. If you do get it out, clean the soot off with some carburetor cleaner and a wire brush. If you're replacing it, do yourself a favor and put a little dab of high-temperature anti-seize on the threads of the new sensor. It ensures that if you ever have to do this job again, or if the next owner does, it will come out without a fight. Remember, this sensor is a simple resistor. You can often test it with a multimeter. As the temperature goes up, the resistance should change smoothly. If the resistance jumps around or reads infinity, the internal element is broken, and no amount of cleaning will fix that. It's a straightforward fix, but patience is key when dealing with rusty, heat-cycled exhaust parts.